He realizes the predicament he's in and that he's a child and he can't fend for himself, and he starts to panic, and all of these things happen where he's fearful and whatnot. And I guess in order to say the plot, these burglars that have been casing out the neighborhood know that the McAllisters are leaving. So they go back to this neighborhood to burglarize a bunch of different homes. They call themselves the Wet Bandits. And
that's our thing. It's so good.
In the process of burglarizing these homes, Kevin notices one of the burglars who is in his house, and perhaps the worst idea ever for a burglar to go expose your face to a bunch of people before you rob their home, before you've done it. It just seems like a very bad
The Wet Bandits work too good.
Hey, let's go rob all these homes. Hey, first, let's go show up at their house and show our face. And then when they come back, like, hey, the cops were coming around the neighborhood earlier this week. No, we weren't. We had a cop in our house. We didn't. No cop was in that neighborhood that night.
Yeah, it's a cop with a gold tooth.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways, Kevin notices this burglar, and he realizes that he's in trouble. So instead of having a security system like you would expect a very wealthy family of the McAllisters.
Well, it's 90s.
1990?
Okay, they still had security systems in the 90s.
1,000% they did. 1,000%. But nice neighborhoods, yeah.
Anyways, McAllisters, they're all gone. Kevin's by himself. Wet Bandits are coming in. Kevin has to try and figure out a way to deter them. He does a great job of utilizing light systems and all the typical things, but eventually the Wet Bandits realize he's on his own. He knows that they know that he's on his own, so he's got to think smart. So he decides to set up a series of Rube Goldberg events throughout his entire house to inflict damage, harm, and slow these burglars down. He's not calling the cops, what, because the power lines, the phone lines don't work in this ridiculous made-up scenario? Is that what's happening?
I don't think he ever thought to call the cops. I think he just took it upon himself to defend himself.
This whole fucking, okay, so yeah, I want to get to the end of this so we can get back to the absurdity of this plot. Anyways, in epic fashion, Kevin gets the better of the Wet Bandits time and time again. Joe Pesci and, god damn it, what's the other actor? It's not Randy Quaid. So what's the fuck? He's very good.
Daniel Stern.
What are their two names in the,
Harry and Marv.
Harry and Marv, thank you. Marv is Daniel Stern. All right. Anyways, Harry and Marv, they try to get into the McAllisters' house. Kevin McAllister does a great job of setting up all these booby traps. They can't get in. They're trying to get in. Eventually they get in. Then they get up to the attic. Then he ziplines out of the attic. It's a whole thing. At no point are they robbing them. They're just trying to apparently get Kevin and kidnap him or something like that.
At some point, they just say, fuck this. This kid is ruining our day.
Yeah.
We're about to get after this motherfucker.
And it all ends with the neighbor down the street saving the day and the Wet Bandits being caught and Kevin being reunited with his family safe and sound. Where do we want to start off with this?
I want to start off with, we kind of mentioned earlier that I always thought I was Kevin. Do you guys now watch that movie as if you're the parents?
I don't think
do you
those
put
parents,
yourself in
this might be the most unrelatable parents I've ever seen in a Christmas movie. I mean, it's blatantly, I mean, listen, everybody goes to the, like you leave without one of your kids at some point. I feel like that's like a very standard thing. You should not feel shame for that necessarily. Maybe you forget about it long enough to take off an airplane. Yeah, probably should feel some shame there. But who the fuck, I just don't understand how you can't call somebody to go get this fucking kid.
There wasn't cell phones back then, Jason.
It's a ridiculous premise that this one neighborhood is out of phone activity. You could call the cops. They have ways to get.
They called the cops.
No,
she did call the cops.
She called the cops in that area.
No, she called the cops in her neighborhood.
Why are we calling? If they aren't helping, I'm calling other cops. I'm calling family members that are still there. I'm calling friends.
That would totally ruin the plot of the movie.
There is precisely 0% chance that I am just waiting a couple days before I can fly back to Chicago to see what happens with Kevin. This is the most ridiculous premise.
She got back in a day and a half.
There's no scenario where you wouldn't be able to get somebody, anybody who got that call. Anybody who got that call said, hey, I'm in the airport. I'm on an airplane going to France. I'm in France. I left my kid. Could you go do that? If it was like 2 hours away, I would drive to go get a kid out from being by them. So like, this is just it's the dumbest thing I've ever.
You only get so many calls at the airport, Jason.
It's like jail. Everybody knows that.
That's the nostalgia of the 90s, though, is that there is like that. It sounds so easy to just pick up your cell phone right now and just call everyone in that area and find it.
I'm not letting. I am not letting you guys act like it is not
just
easy.
that easy.
It was that easy. Everybody had landlines, and anybody in the 90s could have received a phone call. This isn't the fucking 30s where you had to go to the operator and do it. No, people knew people's numbers.
Yeah,
I could have called Aunt Judy, who would have drove 40 minutes across town.
Jason, all their family went with them to France.
I could have called Steve Bogus to come pick you up. I could have called fucking.
I will say this: the dad in this movie
doesn't give a fuck.
Was very disinterested in finding Kevin. He was like, "All right, sweetie, you're gonna try." I mean, that says there's no flights for another 3 days. Oh, you're gonna keep fucking fighting uphill battle right now.
He's lost.
Yeah,
give it up.
He's done. It's over with.
He'll figure it out.
We got the whole other family to be.
We can't ruin everyone's vacation. It's so true. God damn, that's a great.
Forgot how easy it was to get on a plane with like a ticket. Like when you didn't like she just handed an entire pile of tickets to the flight attendant and was like, "Yeah, this is all of us." She's like, "All right, cool, go on up.
Yeah, all right.
Good luck." Didn't even count how many tickets they had and how many people they had. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, nice. We were looking for you."
It's not good. I do think they did their best to explain away as much as they possibly could by
that
saying
a child would be home alone.
No, by saying that all of their extended family, like every single person in their family, was going on this trip.
But why are we acting like we don't have phone numbers to people that aren't immediately our family? This guy worked at some fucking business. Like you could have called a coworker. Like there's no way. There's nobody to get a hold of.
He actually didn't give a shit. So.
Yeah, he really was like, "Yeah."
That's that. He's like, "Are we getting croissants?"
The only way this would have made sense is if the plane crashed upon taking off, so that they never knew and everyone just died. That would have made sense that he was left alone for a little bit.
What the hell?
It wouldn't have been as Christmassy.
That's so messed up.
All right, so yeah, poor banditing to go and show your face to the place you're about to rob before you go in there. Just have like somebody else that's not going to rob it. You just pay somebody else to go in there and scope it out.
Yep.
I guess then you're adding another person to the knowledge that you're doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just wait till everybody leaves.
Then you got to split it.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm not a professional bandit. I just felt like that wasn't the wisest of choices.
What was your favorite? What was your guys' favorite part of the movie?
I like the opening the most, to be honest with you. Watching
the chaos of the Christmas,
and there's like so many
family there.
It feels very relatable, like running around, getting pissed off about really stupid things that only like siblings would be pissed off about. Like the one like family member that wets the bed. There's this
there not being enough pizza.
Yeah, it just felt and it also like the 2-liter jug of soda and like the paper plate, all of it is just like very reminiscent of my childhood, I feel like, other than the enormously expensive house. Yeah.
And the big family.
And the big family. But we were around a lot of people around the holidays, even though it wasn't family, it was friends, and we'd go to holiday parties. Family. Yeah.
The Halls and their holiday party, their New Year's Eve party was always so much fun.
It was great.
Yep. Shout out to the Halls.
What was your favorite part?
I love the mayhem. I love the mayhem of him planning how to fuck with them.
Yeah.
So good.
So you're more about the planning than the actual execution.
No, I think the execution, but I do just you have to appreciate how much thought and effort went into it, and the fact that it went off without a hitch.
I mean, for things that happen precisely off of like a door
like
opening.
Orchestrated. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Very well orchestrated. I liked it.
Good.
Trav, what about you?
I'm going to go with the scene where he steals the toothbrush. Then he runs away from the cops. It's an exciting scene.
Flanking?
I think it was a very fun. Yes, he flanked. And I think the funny part of that whole thing is that a scene right after that, he immediately feels terrible for stealing. And I'm pretty sure he goes to church.
Well, I thought he goes to the
Was that
church
the
to
first
run away
time he
from the wet bandits when he, by the way, very perceptive by Kevin in that moment to see Harry and realize that's the cop that was in my house and that this is not an actual cop and to like start walking away. And then he runs to the church. He goes into the church before that or after that?
He's in the church twice, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he goes into the church the night before. But then there is a scene where he runs to the church.
I just thought it was so funny that he stole something and then like as he's walking home,
Immediately tried to repent.
He's immediately like, man,